Morning, welcome to the Morning JB Show. I am your host, James Bourman. And it is Monday, the 16th of March, and today we're going to be talking about productivity. If you are coming through, please do like, comment, and share. Okay, so we've got lots to get through, so I'm going to crack straight in. So something I want to do here is kind of give you a little bit of a why, how, and outcome in terms of creating more productivity for yourself, and in your environment and your habitat and everything else that's going on in and around you. All right. So why do we need to be productive? For me, it's to protect your time and your energy. Now, your time and your energy are two of your most valuable assets that you have that most probably are being wasted right now with chaos, stress, frustration, maybe because you're not really valuing your time and your energy enough and you're not focusing on it enough, which kind of creeps in that frustration and that stress and that overwhelm. Okay, so being more productive can allow you to use that time and that energy much more wisely and widespread as well, to be able to be more fluid with it, more precious with it. Okay, and that's what we're looking for here. It feels as though you're progressing. So when you do become productive and you are productive in your daily life, you feel like you're achieving, you feel like you're progressing. And as a guy, that's something that's really important. When we stifle in our progression, we tend to feel more frustrated. Okay, and one of the last things I put here is feel more in control. I find that when I'm productive, or when my mastermind members or my 28 days guys are productive, they feel like they have this sense of control over their lives rather than chaos. Okay, so how are we going to do that? All right, so I put this down into a mnemonic PPS. All right, so from here, prioritize. Now, prioritizing is a really important thing. If we're going to be productive, we need to know what our priorities are. And I think this is sometimes the speed bump that most people hit, is because they don't really prioritize tasks or do things in a priority sense. They just go out and do them willy-nilly, and that creates frustration because they haven't got vital things done. If we can get into the habit of prioritizing tasks in the 4 pillars, in health, relationships, personal development, and our work, if we can find and understand and know what our priorities are, it allows us to be much more productive with our time and our energy. If I bring you down to here in terms of your priorities right now, I've kind of got me, family, work, and other being friends, personal development, and other things. Now, for a large amount of you, you're probably underneath here at the bottom of the priority pyramid, and you're probably holding up all of these priorities and responsibilities and stresses, like you're holding up here, and that is creating an awful lot of stress for you, because you're trying to carry the weight of the world without putting yourself first. When you're down here, you become non-productive. Okay, you're not flowing, you're not fluent, you are not in control, you're not progressing, you're just groundhogging, zombified. But when you put yourself at the top of the pyramid and you become the priority, you become much more productive. You become a much better version of yourself in terms for your family, in terms for your work, in terms for other people. And you are able to balance your time and your energy much more effectively when you're up here. So the first thing in realizing when you prioritize is that you are first. So I put myself before my kids, before my family, before my job, before my clients. Because if I didn't, my kids, my wife, my job, my clients wouldn't get the best version of me. I'd be down here. I'd be the clusterfuck. Unproductive, okay? Not prioritizing my time and my energy into the balance of all of those people. So the first thing we need to realize to make sure that we are being productive is, how do we prioritize those tasks and everything else going on in them? The next step is planning or timetabling. So it's then being able to plan all of the priorities into your weekly schedule. Okay, this is really important. So the first thing I do when I do my plan is my morning routine, which includes my workouts, which includes personal development, which includes improving my state, priming my mind, ready for the day. It then includes things such as my date nights, when I'm going to finish work, when my key family time is. That's my next priority. Then I'm looking at when my work flow is for the week, my focus and flow. Okay, what are my top 3 priorities for the week? That's what I focus on. So during the week, I'm only going to focus on those 3 things, and everything else I'm going to delegate to my team. All right. And those key things are me working with my clients, me developing content, doing things like what we're doing right here on the JB Show. All right. That allows me control of my time and my energy. It allows me to put it down on paper and view my week so I can have a productive week rather than a shit week full of chaos. And the last thing here is self-discipline. Now, without self-discipline, the priorities and the plan won't flow. You won't get through it. You won't follow it. And you'll end up becoming even more and more frustrated. Okay? So the self-discipline side is about practice. It's about journaling. It's about self-reflection. It's about understanding your triggers, your distractions. It's about understanding your personality and understanding the things that pull you away from the plan and the priorities, but also understanding the things that you've got to learn. So self-discipline is the process, it's the journey, but we have to record that. We have to get that down on paper. We have to understand ourselves better. We have to rewire our minds slightly. This doesn't just happen overnight. This is the process. And self-discipline, okay, is the rocket fuel to get the priority, the planning right, to be productive. Okay, so outcomes when we finally start getting this right. Okay, we're using your time and your energy wisely. You don't have a lot of time and energy. It's not just growing on trees for us to get, okay? So we have to be super disciplined with our time and our energy, and we have to be productive with the things that we do in our family life, in our private life, in our work life. Okay, we feel progress and achievement. If we don't feel progress and achievement in life, we tend to go into that self-pity, victim mentality that, oh, woe is me, my life is shit, I'm not progressing. So we want to move forwards with life, right? So progression, productivity, it all goes hand in hand as we move forwards. And then less stress and frustrated, okay? So we feel sense of control. When we're in control of our own destiny, of our own schedule, of our own life, when we're living life on our terms, and this is living life on your terms, and you're productive, you feel less stressed, frustrated, and anxious, and we don't slip into that 1% decline. We go into that 1% incline. All right, guys? So I hope that was beneficial to you. Okay, keep your fucking chins up. All right, it is a daunting time, but just crack on with life as normal as possible, guys. I hope that this helps. Okay, we've got to keep working on ourselves continuously. This is not a time for us just to stop working on ourselves. We're going to keep positive, keep focused, keep your head above water, adapt and overcome. Okay, take a couple of deep breaths if you have to. It's going to be harder for some than others, but I wish everyone hope everyone is well. And if you need any help or guidance, just reach out. Okay, productivity, go and implement, watch again and learn.